Hey, what's up, man? Look, today is a good day. Today is a good day, family. Today is a good day, family. Take a look at that. I say today is a good day, family. Take a look at that. Feast your eyes on that. Feast your eyes on that. My new book, Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. I got my hands on the first copies. Pre-orders will be going out. If you want any signed copies, you can get them directly from me. The book is going for $15. Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. Now, this book is 30 short motivational stories written by myself. 30 short motivational stories written by myself. And in all actuality, family, the 30 stories were written in the span of about 30 days. Right? In the span of about 30 days. Family. We have titles like Book 1, The Lottery Ticket. Book 3, The Entitled Son. Book 10, Sent to Preserve Life. Book 16, The Brothers Who Debated the Meaning of Life. Book 13, The Christmas List. Book 21, Where Do Butterflies Come From? Book 25, I Will Not Fail. Book 30, The Paradigm Shift. 30 short motivational stories written by yours truly in the span of about 30 days. Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. You have to get this book, family. I need everybody to support and get this book. Get this book. This book is very important. Why is this book important? This book is very important. But why is this book important? It is because what this book represents. You guys see that it's called Volume 1. That would imply that there will be more volumes to come. So what is Matthew Daniels doing with this? I've been getting that question a lot. And in fact, family, I asked myself that question as well. What am I doing? How many of these stories am I going to write? If I'm writing these stories every day and I'm posting these morning motivations or virtually every day, do I plan on doing this for the rest of my life? Like, how many of these do I intend to write? Now, I'm going to tell you something, family. When I first began to write these motivational stories, I did not even intend to make a book of 30 short motivational stories. I'm going to tell you guys what happened. I was making motivational videos, and I was trying to make the content about the motivation relative to things that I knew. Ancient mythology, ancient mythological stories, religious stories, folk tales that I've read, or I would use concepts that I fancied, like time is an illusion, and I would create a story around the concept of time is an illusion, and I may equate the concept in the story to the civilization that I got the concept from. I may equate it to ancient Egypt. I may equate it to ancient Greece. I may equate it to ancient Israel. And I may build the story based on concepts from those cultures. And so what eventually happened was I found a book of it was African folk tales, right? And so I had began to read some of those short stories, and then some of those stories I would summarize and make motivation out of those, as the same way I would use stories out of the Bible and things like that. And the pattern in which I told these motivational stories while I was walking to work every morning, and the pattern in which I wrote the stories and gave my delivery, I was locked into a certain time frame, based on my walk, mind you, based on from one block to another specific block when I wanted to be finished by. And so what I ended up doing is I began to construct all of my motivational stories around a framework that could fit into a certain time slot. Now, as one could imagine, eventually, an individual is going to run out of stories. right? I'm going to run out of Bible stories or Greek mythology stories or Egyptian stories or African stories. Not that I would run out of them, but I would run out of the ones I have readily accessible and available, or that I could just rattle off from memory. And I may have to refresh myself by looking into that story and then making a story centered around that or focused around that. And so what I noticed, family, was it was easier in some ways to write the stories myself and just make the stories up, because what I began to tell myself was, hey, I'm an author, I'm a writer, I'm the real bookworm. Before I published this book, I already have 4 books out, and a lot of the motivational videos I was creating them myself. And so I was like, you know what? I wonder if every day I can just within myself create a new story and give it a deeper meaning that can be revealed at the end and share that with the people. Somewhat of thoughts that I have with myself, thoughts that I tell myself. Like a lot of the topics that I cover in the stories in the books are they're from my own heart. They're from within me. That's why I can do it every day. That's why I can write a new story every day, because it began and it continues to, in a way, I'm talking to myself. Now, in some ways, I'm talking to others as well if they ask for a specific story, but it got to the point to where with being able to embed the motivation into the story, I said, well, I have a wealth of motivational messages that I can share with individuals, because I share them with myself, and it is these things that fuel me to write the 4 books that I had, and to also write the 5 books that I had. And my biggest thing about motivating myself is you have to get up every single day and do that which is good. You have to get up every single day and do that which you came to earth to do. You have to get up every single day and you have to chase your dream. You have to get up every single day and you have to follow your heart. You have to get up every single day and you have to fight. You have to scratch. You have to grind. You have to push. You have to press. You have to get over things. You have to outsmart opponents, outwit enemies. You have to climb over obstacles. You have to jump over hurdles. You have to fight and scratch to get to where you want to get to in life. And so it's one thing, family, for me to say this with a motivational overtone, or with authority and power and force in my voice, to where you know that what I'm saying is real. You have to do this if you want to succeed. But not only tell you, but show you. Not only will I say every day you must get up and chase your dreams, I will show you myself every day getting up and chasing my dreams. I feel that I am on earth to write. So every day I write a new story, and within that story I embed wisdom to impart unto you. But the fact that I wrote the story is some of the motivation as well. And so what ended up happening, family, is I looked up one day, and in my house, and I kid you not, in my house, I had pages upon pages upon pages upon pages of stories, of short stories, because I was actually writing these things out, about 3 pages a piece, right? Writing these things out. And my mind, it clicked, and I say, wow, Matthew Daniels, King Anpu, that looks like a book. And so my mind said, well, you know what? I'm writing these stories. This is me. I can compile these stories that I have been writing myself into a motivational book, a collection of motivational stories. And I can call it what I call my videos, Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. And so I sought out some of my best ones, and I began to type them up, and I made them into a book. And when I made them into a book, family, and while my wife was creating the cover, and while I was actually editing this and preparing this to be published, guess what? Every day I was still chasing my dreams. Every day I was still following my heart. Every day I was still doing that thing which I felt like I was on earth to do. And so inadvertently, Volume 2 began to be written, just like inadvertently Volume 1 began to be written. And spoiler alert, Volume 2 is already finished. Listen, this just came in today. This is 30 short motivational stories written by Matthew Daniels, the scribe Matthew Daniels, written within 30 days. In the span of about 30 days, y'all need to go get this book, $15. Hit me up for it. You can get that signed copy. Go to www.dandyandbigherm.com, or you can go to Amazon and order your copy. You have to get this. But volume 2, which is another 30 short stories. This is book 1 through book 30. Volume 2 is book 31 through book 60. It's already complete, because I continue to do that which I feel like I'm on earth to do. So the question is, how many of these are Matthew Daniels going to write? Well, family, you heard it here first. I am endeavoring to write 12 volumes. 12 volumes. One for each month, 30 days for each month, and theoretically, I want to write one story for each day of the year. Each volume can be taken within each month of the year, and someone can read a story and get motivational insight from one of my stories. Volume 1, which would equate to month 1, January, is already written and published. It's in my hand. Y'all need to get y'all hands on this groundbreaking work while this thing is being done, while this goal is being reached, because the 12 isn't there yet. It is going to be manifested through the work. Just like volume 1 did not exist until it manifested through the work. And what we will do, we will take this journey together. And I'm telling you, volume 1 is already done, which would equate to January. Volume 2 is already complete. I just have to, edit it, get the cover, and actually get it published. So volume 2 is already finished. So the second month is already completed. Volume 3, I have already begun. Volume 3, I've already begun. So what I need, family, yes, I try to motivate you guys. I try to push you guys. I try to tell you to be the best version of yourself. I try to build you guys up with these motivational stories, but I need y'all to build me up too. There's no way I'm going to make it to volume 12. There's no way I'm going to make it to volume 12 without you guys lifting me up, building me up, and telling me that I can do it. Telling me that I can do it, giving me feedback on the stories, family. There's a story that I tell in volume 1 about you reap what you sow. And you reap what you sow, and I tell about the God of Nunon. I tell about the God of Nunon in one of these short stories. You reap what you sow, family. You reap what you sow. I'm going to find it so when you guys get your books, because I know y'all are going to order the book, I'm going to want y'all to be able to go to this one that I'm telling you guys about. You reap what you sow. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back and put in what is it called? I'm going to put in a table of contents as well. It shouldn't be this hard to find it. Okay, book number 12, family. Book number 12. You reach what you sow. I talk about the God of Nunon who sees the earth, and ultimately I'm saying, look, at the end, I'm gonna read y'all something, family. Book number 12. This is what it's all about, family. And I'm just being real. This is what it's all about. Remember how I told you that each story has a deeper meaning, and I reveal and explain the meaning at the end of the story. So book 12, you reap what you sow. When I'm talking about the God of Nunon, this is why it's relative to what I'm mentioning now about you guys supporting me, reaching my goal of 12 volumes. And me supporting you guys and motivating you guys by writing 12 volumes, something that you can go through day for day through each month, day for day throughout the year, I say. And so the morning motivation of today is you reap what you sow. In life, family, we all have a purpose, and that purpose is sometimes intertwined with others. There are things which we may need on earth, things we cannot acquire alone. And it is only when we work in tandem with others that all of us succeed. It is my unending hope that these stories of mine, which you have now found, are sowing into you all of the things which you need to be the best you. I sow into you positivity, strength, courage, hope, patience, wisdom, and an unbreakable will. I sow these things into you all, much like a Nunon sows into the earth. For without you, there is no me. And remember, You are awesome. You are amazing. You are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm saying a lot of shit, family. I'm out. Good morning. So y'all go get that book, Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. Know that Volume 2 is coming. Know that Volume 3 is coming. Volume 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The real bookworm, Matthew Daniels, is about to do something with the book game that has never been done before. I'm always up in the ante. I'm always getting better. I'm always improving myself. I'm always raising the bar. And I'm always trying to do a thing and get in my own lane and do a thing like it has never been done before. This is my 5th book, family. Y'all go get that Suicide Note by Matthew Daniels, urban fiction novel. Y'all go get that Thicker Than Water by Matthew Daniels, urban fiction novel. Y'all go get that Big Game Hunting by Matthew Daniels, revolutionary blueprint on how to deal with corrupt cops and corrupt politicians in your town. A real story. This is real life story about how me and my brother took on corruption in our hometown. I don't just write books. I'm boots on the ground, right? My Beautiful and Loving Wife by Matthew Daniels. Real life love story about my relationship with my wife. How I feel about my wife. I wrote a book so that my wife and how I feel about my wife will be remembered for 1,000 years. I'm telling you guys. I think, how my mind operates, family. I'm thinking about 1,000 years into the future. I'm thinking about my works being read for 1,000 years. And then after that, we got Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. But this is what it's about right now, man. This is a collection of 30 short. I'm finna read the back. and then we're going to get out of here, okay? This book is a collection of 30 short motivational stories which were written by the scribe Matthew Daniels. Each story has its own deeper meaning that is revealed and explained at the end. These stories are magical journeys of gods, magic, miracles, wizards, talking animals, and more. I take you all over the universe and all throughout time in order to inspire you to be great. It is my hope that these stories both motivate and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Feel free to read this work in any order that you choose. One suggestion would be for you to read one story every morning to help put you in the proper frame of mind before you begin your day. I wish you well on your journey in life. May your name live on forever and may your memory never die. Hotel. Y'all go get that Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. Let's make this a bestseller like we made those other books bestseller. Let's make this series one of the ones, family, because once a person gets this book in their hand and they read the stories and they see the insight that I'm giving them in the stories, we can help people become the best version of themselves. Y'all share this. Y'all get that out. Y'all order Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1 today. I'm out, family. So y'all order. I don't know where that cut off. I think it cut off. But look, man, y'all go out and y'all order Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, Volume 1. Order it today, family. I love you guys. I'm out. Thanks for your support, man. For real. Without you, there's no me.